everybody, I'm the Pigglesworth, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Along with Piggy. We're starting out right here where we left off last episode, right near the clock, and this is awesome. Finally, I have a way to control the sun. Sun, you get controlled. You do what I tell you. Of course, we got the beds, but like I said in previous episode, I've got a little command block set up down here where we can move the sun around based off of where its position is in incremental times so that we can do our thumbnails and our intros to the video. But in this episode, we're going to move away from the mining village because we have got some issues. There's some things afoot going on in this game. Now, it has been, like I said in previous episode, it has been, for those of y'all who didn't see it, I'll just do a quick recap. It's been a while in real life since I've been able to really play Minecraft. Haven't really gotten a chance to play a whole lot of 1.11. And so I know when they went from 1.10 to 1.11, some of the mechanics and things just slightly changed. And as of filming this, 1.12 is just around the corner. So who knows what's going to get changed for that too, right? But I came over here to just start cutting down some trees, like you do on a tree farm, and I noticed something peculiar. Things were not getting picked up. Now, the way that this system is designed is we have water pushing items down into a collection area. But at the same time, we've got this little minecart with a hopper that moves around underneath the dirt, and it's supposed to pick up any drops, so we don't lose any. But watch. There's this really strange thing that this minecart is doing. It's going crazy. It's glitching out like crazy. Look, it's getting stuck right there like there's some kind of a block. It's acting like there's something in its way, even though there's nothing there to stop it. I don't understand it. Now let's see. Can we get it? Did we catch it? Nope, it went down in the system. Okay. So I brought one more just in case. We're going to start it and watch. It's going to go around and it gets stuck like there's a ghost block right there, and it gets sent back. And it comes over here and it does the same thing. It doesn't make any sense. Now, I have tried breaking rails and replacing rails, all kinds of stuff, and I cannot figure it out for the life of me. But I've got an idea that I might be able to use as a fix for this, because we still need to have hopper minecarts underneath the dirt, pulling the items through the dirt and then transferring them to this hopper right here. And there's one other little issue that's going on that's driving me bonkers. See if we can get up here and see it. Come here, you. You jump? Nope. Did I bring some? Yep, okay, I brought some blocks I can stack with. And those are half slabs, so we'll... Come here, you. Cooperate. I probably should have opened this up beforehand, because I don't remember where exactly it is in the roof design. Somewhere in here. No. We're just going to tear up the whole building trying to figure this out, aren't we? Somewhere in here is a whole bunch of hoppers and water pushing items over the hoppers. Yeah, I know it's here. I built this darn thing. Wow, and just like, there it is. And perfect. That's a perfect example. So see how those items are just resting there on the hopper? They're not moving forward like they're supposed to. Now, the reason why I used water for this is if these hoppers fill up, I didn't want it backing up the system. I wanted the items to circle all the way around the building. And if they had no more room inside the building, eventually I was going to send that water chute over to town. How we've got the underwater system that moves all the items around. I wanted to send all the excesses from this building, wood and leaves and bone meal's supposed to end up here and some other stuff, off over there where we can't even see anything. Oh, there we go. We can see the clock. Wow, and if you get far enough away, you can't see you can't see what time it is. The arrow disappeared. That's interesting. It's not getting rendered. So it's like we got termites and they're tearing up the building and they're tearing up the structure. I don't know what a Mojang, you break the game, buddy. You break the game, and now we got to fix it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop all these trees down, get all this water gone, get the dirt out of the way so that we can get down there and see if we can get this thing fixed. And then I'm going to experiment with some things and see if we can figure out how in the world are we going to fix this water and hopper system. So I'm going to rip all this stuff out, and then I'm going to bring you back and show you the next step. All right, everybody. I cut down the trees, took away the water. I put this dirt barrier. Oh, didn't do that. It's like a safety gate. It's to keep stuff from falling down in there. It's also to keep me from falling down in there, because the problem is, without this upper water, if you get down in there, you can't swim back out. You have to pillar out. So safety first, right? So here's what's going on. This is really, really strange. Now, right here is where the railroad tracks will be going, right in this area. And these 5 blocks are doing something very, very strange. Watch this. Isn't that crazy? Now I also want you to notice something else. Okay, see where my shovel is? I'm going to move to the right. I'm talking about down at the little item bar. See how I have 24 blocks of dirt? Watch this. It's counting down. And there's nothing there. Now watch this. I'm going to place a dirt block here. Now watch number 8. Whoop! Goes back to 32. That makes no sense. I don't understand what in the world is going on. I don't know if something bad has happened over here. Now that's something else I wanted to test, was what would happen if we put a falling entity. Nope, that didn't fix it. It will accept the falling entity, and it'll update the area, but it won't let me place the actual block in that spot. So for whatever reason, there's like a very strange glitch happening right in this spot, and it's not letting anything work. Now, I suspect it has something to do with the excuse me, with the minecart hopper or something going through here, glitching or freezing. I know that I've had it duplicate itself once. I don't know what in the world is going on. This is the weirdest, craziest thing I've ever seen. So let me try this. Okay, that's there. Can we pull this up? Is there something underneath? I can't remember. Okay, that's safe. So let's try this. Now that we've removed that block. Nope, it won't let us update. So this is some really, really peculiar, I don't know what the deal is. I really don't know what's going on, and I don't know how to fix this. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of research, see if I can fix this, because the last thing I want to do is call this spot bad and have to rip this farm down and move it. We don't want to do that. We don't want to have to relocate the farm. That would be craziness. So I'm going to do a little bit of research and see if I can figure out what in the world is going on. And then maybe we can bring you back, and maybe we'll have a fix. Yeah. And everybody. I know. Nothing looks like it changed from the previous shot, right? Well, because something very, very strange happened. I logged out of this world, tried to do a little bit of research and couldn't figure anything out. Maybe thought it was phantom blocks or something like that. I loaded back in my world, and as soon as I did, this thing appeared. And it was in motion. It moved from here to here, and then it stopped. I don't know what that means. From what I'm suspecting, there's something that happened where maybe the hopper minecart duplicated itself and then disappeared. And the game is seeing the minecart hopper sitting there, but it's not showing us. So let's try something. So now I can place blocks. I can't place blocks there, and I can't place blocks there. I wonder if the falling entity did it. So let's do that. We're going to place sand in both spots. Okay. And dig up the sand. Okay. Now what I did last time was I logged off and logged back on. So you're going to see something you haven't seen me do on any of my episodes. We're going to log out. And then we're going to go right back and see what happens. It happened again. Crazy. All right, so let's see. Can we place dirt? We can. Oh, come on. Uh-oh. So we found some spots right here. All right, so let's do this. We'll remove that. Let's log out and log back in one more time and see what happens. Shutting down. GNU. Terry Pratchett. I got no idea what that means. I could probably look it up and figure that out. Let's load back in. Come on, be a hopper, Mike. Yes! So this is a very, very strange glitch that I have never seen before. Nice. Okay, so this works. There's nothing that has to be repaired. That is awesome. And if I ever run into this again, I know what in the world is the problem and I know how to fix it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put back everything, repair it all, and then we're going to move on. Forget about the sun because we're in a safe zone. Mobs can't get us in here. But I'm going to fix all this and get it back. And then we're going to get to working on the roof sorting system for this tree farm. Now here's a sight we haven't seen in a while. I am underneath the tree farm. Check this out. For those of y'all who haven't seen down here before, this is what it looks like. Not much. Not much to look at. A little bit of mechanical things going on down here, but that's about it. But what I've done is I have ripped out... Yep, I've ripped out the ground. I've ripped out all of the water streams we got going on up there. Now, I am going to go ahead and pillar my way back up here, and I'm going to show you. Always eating the food. I guess a pig would always be eating food, so that would make sense. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I have tried really, really hard to figure out why in the world did I use water. We're up in here. This used to be where an ice block was, and we used to use water streams, you saw it in previous clips, to push the items through here. The only thing I can come up with, the only reasoning why maybe I used water instead of just hoppers, probably I didn't have the iron farm at the time, and so it was probably all I had just to make these hoppers, but I can't remember. I seriously can't remember. And after I got to thinking about it, there's really no reason to float items above these hoppers because all I have to do is run these hoppers straight through here. As the items move through, if there's no room for them to go down, they're just going to go to this point and they're going to go down that chute that I just put in. Now, this is going to go down to a dropper hooked up to a clock. Let's just do this. Go ahead and start bringing it back this way. Oh, I need to get some more dirt, don't I? But yeah, it's just going to spit items into the main water stream, and it's going to send it on its way into the mining village. The only other thing I can think of is maybe we used water because what I wanted to do was if there are items that were there, they would recycle through here. If they didn't find a spot, then they would drop down in the water, and they would go through again. And it would just keep cycling it until... because it wouldn't despawn because the items would go into there's like a little, I'll show you. Since I'm explaining it, we might as well explain it, right? Down in here, this little access point that I've yet to really like finalize and seal up. The items come down through here through this water. And they make their way to this item elevator. So when the items go into the dropper, hello dirt. How are you? When they go into the dropper, they're no longer being counted as something to despawn. Items take 5 minutes to despawn. If you throw it on the ground and walk away, in 5 minutes, it's gone. Whoop, you come here. But, no, come with me. But because those items have gone up into the droppers, the time starts over again. So the items would cycle round and round and never despawn. And that way I wouldn't lose any items. But we don't need that. We don't need that at all because we've got the water stream going into town and it's going to be secondary storage for everything. So for whatever reason, you just stay up there. But for whatever reason, we're going to go ahead and get rid of the water and just run a line of hoppers. And I'm going to set up a little collection point down at the bottom so that we can send it on its way. So I'm going to go ahead and put all this stuff back. seal the roof back up, and then we'll come back and check out the tree farm in its final form. Now that's what I'm talking about. That's what I want to see. Watch. Here it comes. There it goes. And it just keeps going in a circle. No weird, crazy, glitched out, phantom minecart hopper thing hiding down there. Now the good news is, if I see this happen again, I know exactly what to fix it. The bad news is, I'll have to fix it. It wasn't easy. Had to remove all the water, remove all the dirt. Then we have to do all the little sand trick, put the dirt back and put back the water. But there's one thing that still needs to be removed. All this dirt. Now I want to show you that this system works. What I want to do is I'm going to toss some random stuff. Let's throw those 3 there. Whoop! They got picked up. Hear them? They got clicked down into the water. So now we're going to open all this up, and I'm doing this for 2 reasons. One, I need to open it up because stuff has to get washed down there. But I heard all that clicking. I'm like, I didn't put that much stuff there, but it's all these. But the other thing is that all these dirt blocks are going to go down into the system, and they're going to allow those pistons to get pushed all the way up that item elevator. Because a few items, I mean, we just saw that, a dirt block was sitting in there, which I had to flush out. But yes, a few items will rest in that elevator at all times. Let's just do this. Come on, just a little bit more, all the way around. And this dirt thing is also important because when I'm placing the buckets of water here, it allows the game to see like a solid surface, and so the water spreads. If I leave this opening, the water would go in one stream straight to this point, and then we wouldn't end up with water washing at these corners. And we want to avoid water sources right here. Because if I was to put a source here and a source here, it would make a water source right here. And then water would sit still, and whenever any items fell to this spot, they would just rest there. This is set up so all items will get washed down. And you, infinite water source, we're done with you. Come with me. And we'll place this gravel back. Alright, so now I haven't really done anything yet. I just have a point where I can go right over here and collect any overflow that either doesn't match the tree farm. Boop, there we go. 3 pistons. Awesome. And a little bit of leftover dirt that made its way over here. Either items that don't fit into the tree farm, overflow of items that are too many items in the tree farm, or I think that's it. I think that's the only 2 options. I don't know where I was going with that. I saw this stuff up here that I haven't cleaned up yet. But kind of a different episode. A little bit different. I actually didn't plan this episode. I was coming over here to do some work off camera. Just gather up some more, materials, wood and whatnot. Happened to see that minecart was stuck. Figured I would film it. And it ended up into a whole episode. So, this is what I want you to do today. This is going to be your project for today. Have you ever planned on doing something in Minecraft and ended up doing something else? Either you got distracted or you had a better idea. Whatever that is, I want you to take a picture of it and send it to me on Twitter. Show me the project that distracted you from another project. I know it's kind of an open-ended invitation, but just take a picture of it, send it to me on Twitter, and I'll tweet it out for everybody else to see. The project, the happening that distracted you. Yeah, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and get ready for an actual next episode, figuring out a project we can do in here that won't distract me. And I hope to see you in the next episode.